The streets. The mudslides mostly happened in the hills that were burned by that wildfire last summer. Despite all the mess, though, at this point, no injuries have been reported. But Rob, you know, that massive fire in the summer, this is going to cause problems down there for a long time, isn't it?
For a long time. You know, those areas are prone to seeing mudslides even after you haven't had any major fires. But you had the Station Complex fire burning there last summer. This time lapse shows you just the sheer size of it. You can see downtown LA at the very bottom. And look at that smoke column. Again, that was a fire that burned more than 160,000 acres. That's 250 square miles. That is a lot of terrain that is burned. Now, as we move forward into an El Nino winter where we've had above normal rainfall, those mudslides get even worse as the ash and dead trees get washed downstream. Those can block some of the creeks and streams that might help to let that water run off. Not the case. And without any vegetation on those hillsides, again, it's usually the winter right after the major fire you see these massive mudslides. But until that area starts to grow back, you will continue to have these mudslide problems there in Southern California where there's heavy rain right now. And you'll remember the Lockheed fire here and around the Santa Cruz Mountains. We really have to watch out for heavy rain here too, because when you had these burn areas, you could see some mudslides happening very quickly. Another reason why we're keeping an eye on those showers in the Santa Cruz Mountains and a lot of snow in the Sierra. We'll have a look at that coming up in a few minutes.
And there's just nothing to hold back the mud at that point.
That is very true.
All right, thank you, Rob. Still ahead at 6 o'clock. Meteorologist Rob Mayeda is here now. And Rob, what the heck was going on out there today? We've all been out there and stood near the grandstands, and you think you're safe. Yeah,
and we've had Mavericks competitions before where the waves get up to 30 feet, but we had high tide along with an incredibly huge swell coming in out of the west, which is a staple of an El Nino year when you get the swell up to about 25 feet. So what happens here off Pillar Point where Mavericks was going on today was you had that swell peaking at 20 to 25 feet this morning right around high tide, and we have a series of undersea ridges offshore that helps to launch those waves at Mavericks. So indications are the wave faces were up to 40 feet high. And
that
for
is
reference,
crazy.
If you look closely there, you can see the surfers catching those waves. Again, 40 feet, maybe as high as 50 feet out there at Mavericks today. And needless to say, high surf warning was up today, and it's going to continue probably into tomorrow morning before those wave heights start to drop off. That high surf warning through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Here's a nice photo that one of you sent in. Our weather watcher there, Elliot Smith, from El Cerrito Hills, looking off towards Albany Hill there in the distance. Notice the fog. It looks like an island sitting out there in the bay. That is a sneak preview of tomorrow morning's weather, which will include plenty of fog. Right now, mostly 50s around the Bay Area. Look out for some patchy dense fog forming around the inner bay as early as 11 o'clock tonight. Air quality tomorrow in the moderate range for most of the Bay Area as we get high pressure building in. This is unfortunately part of the pattern where air quality typically kind of drops off as the rain heads off to the north. Now, it is quite stormy, obviously up towards Vancouver in the Pacific Northwest. We're kind of on the outer fringe of this, however. For areas around Mendocino County northward tomorrow, may see a stray shower or two, though I think most of it will stay north of Santa Rosa. High temperatures tomorrow south of San Jose could be making a run at the mid-60s. And overall through the middle part of the week, we're going to stay mild with that morning fog, afternoon sunshine, and I would not rule out maybe getting close to 70 around Monterey by midweek. So the short term things are going to be dry, just that morning fog. Again, that could be pretty patchy and thick as we head through, say, about 3 o'clock in the morning till about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, temperatures will be mainly in the 40s overnight, maybe some upper 30s in the North Bay. Will be rain-free except for areas Mendocino County northward, just a chance of a few widely scattered showers. Things will stay dry in the Bay Area and actually feel maybe like a bit of a spring preview as we head through the middle part of the week. Mid-60s to wrap up the weekend around San Jose, and a little bit cooler into Richmond and Oakland, where we think that fog's going to set up right across the water tomorrow morning. Could be pretty thick into the East Bay and Delta. We'll see highs in the low to mid-60s for the North Bay. Lakeport northward, look out for a few showers late tomorrow. Then I think maybe a chance of a shower in the far North Bay into Monday and Tuesday. But there you go. Look at those mild temperatures for midweek. But this time next weekend, I think rain will be coming back to the Bay Area.
All right, it's about that time.
It is.
All right, thank you, Rob. Driving out the